Yes, welcome back to another video on the Big Step channel, and today we're here to review Arsenal's first game of the United States tour as they took on Bournemouth last night in a 1-1 draw that ended in a 5-4 penalty shootout win. However, there are 5 things that we as Arsenal fans need to look at and talk about reacting to this game from last night. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll catch you guys next.
I'm really in my zone. All my niggas getting cheese like it's provolone. They ain't with us at the bottom, so they'll never know. Even through trial and error, gotta keep yourself composed. Feel like me, little bitch, I'm chasing all my dreams.
Yes, people, like I said, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. We just surpassed 600 subscribers. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you. And secondly, help me on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I have Arsenal content here, United States men's national team content, player reviews, player comparisons, fan interviews, and anything else you want to see football related is all here on this channel. So hit the subscribe button and join the family. Without further ado, let's get straight into the game. So first thing we need to talk about is how good the youngsters looked last night. Now, to all of their credit, every single youngster that played put in a good shift. Whether it was Heaven in the back line, whether it was Salah Udin, someone I've been very, very keen on for at least 2 years now, a very, very technical, solid player on the ball. But the two main guys that we've all looked at throughout this summer and years prior, the two 17-year-olds, Miles Lewis Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri, are the truth. The way they're able to take the ball in such composed areas of the field and play so well and composed. I think Nwaneri's game yesterday, to be honest, for me, was very, very impressive. The way he's able to drop deep for the ball, on whatever side of the pitch it is, not afraid to have his back towards goal, turn and face up, take on his man and drive with the football, as well as taking his time and finding a pass. If you're seeing that in preseason and you're seeing him practice that and practice that and practice that, his game will only hone that craft and he will only continue to get better as a ball playing midfielder. So Nwaneri looks really, really good. But for a lot of people yesterday, Miles Lewis Skelly, and for me, to be honest, was very impressive as that inverted left back. Him as well, able to take on and use his body so well and take the ball in very, very difficult positions, whether that be inverting into the middle. I saw him at one point drop into the centre back position and take the ball off the goalkeeper. Miles Lewis Skelly looked very, very, very impressive. So if these guys are to have a future in Arsenal's first team, they need to keep it up. They need to keep the form going because they look very, really talented. And I can't wait to see what minutes they do get throughout the season, and hopefully they're integrated more and more into the first team. But so far, so good on your guys' first preseason game this year. Second thing I want to touch on is Fabio Vieira and what I think Fabio Vieira could have a significant squad role in this team this year. Now, Fabio Vieira last year took a significant injury, didn't really find his feet in the squad, especially at the back end of last season when he did manage to come back from injury. But no, he's looking really sharp, ready to go. He had a full preseason to get fully ready with the squad. He scored last night a wonderful volley from a good cross by Reece Nelson. So to be honest, Fabio Vieira, I know Mikel Arteta is very, very keen on the player. He can play as a 10 and come off the bench for Odegaard, and he can come off the bench for a position like Saka. Fabio Vieira could be the next man up in those two positions, especially if we start to rotate the squad due to Champions League game congestion, or whether that be EFL Cup, or whether that be the FA Cup. Any kind of cups, I'd like to see Fabio Vieira come in and take his chance. He played pretty well yesterday, got his goal like I said. But other than that, his wing play was pretty impressive. Movement off the ball worked great as well. His passing was pretty decent. So I'd like to see Fabio Vieira continue to get better and better in the squad. And I think, to be honest, his technical ability is something that could suit us in the long term. And if he's able to come into the squad and do a job and the significant quality drop-off isn't there like what we seen last year, I think that will hold Arsenal better in terms of challenging for a Premier League title and challenging for silverware on all fronts this year. Everyone must be strong, but Fabio Vieira, you could have a significant role to play in this squad. The third thing for me, Thomas Partey will be our number 6. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about Mika Moreno coming in. I know there's been a lot of talk about us signing a midfield player. Jorginho just signing a new deal. And it's gone pretty quiet on Partey. There was interest last year from Juventus and Saudi clubs. So has there been interest from this year. But I think this year, I think last night Thomas Partey has proven that in that position, there's no one really better at the club right now than him. The way he's able to, like I said, control the tempo of the game and keep it moving and win back ball in good areas and allow our midfielders and our forward players to get on the ball. And that seniority in the squad as well. I think Thomas Partey is probably the best suited player for this squad. And I think without spending any money, you have the solution right there. But it's if he can stay fit. I think that's probably the main reason as to why Mikel Arteta and Edu and the board in general are looking to bring in another midfield six, because if Thomas Partey was more reliable, I think no doubt about it, he'd be our starting six guaranteed. But I think his health wise, it's very, 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 very risky. But I think even if we do sign a midfielder and Partey stays fit, I think Partey will be our starting six for the foreseeable, well, for this season, I should say. I think the quality he possesses, already playing in this team for a significant amount of years, playing with certain players like Odegaard and building that relationship with Declan Rice that they had so well during the back end of last season. I can't see Mikel Arteta really shifting from that instantly. So I think seeing Partey back in the squad, looking healthy, looking fit, staying fit from the back end of the season into preseason, into the first preseason game, and hopefully throughout into the start of the season. If we can see him fit by the first 5 games of the season, I promise you, you're going to see Thomas Partey as the starting six, to be honest. He looks fit, he looks ready to go, and I hope his legs can carry him on to a full, healthy, fit season. The fourth thing we need to talk about is our need for an attacker. No, Eddie Nketiah didn't play bad yesterday. I thought, to be honest, he was winning a lot of fouls. His hold-up play was very good. The way he looked to pin the striker in and turn on any chances he used to get. Didn't really get a great deal of chances in that first half or even really the second half when he was on the pitch. But I think, I still think we need an attacker. With Reece Nelson linked to go, you have Trossard and Martinelli, yes, do the comeback. But when you have, when you're going for these league titles and you're going for these championships on all fronts, I think you're going to need that quality to be in every single position. No, Reece Nelson is not a bad player, but he's linked with the move away. So is Eddie Nketiah. And if those two names do tend to leave, and going into the next one I'm about to mention after this, if these three guys leave, then I think you have to sign an attacker, because that's a winger, a striker, and a midfielder gone, and we definitely are going to need to replace that output or just that body in general. And I'd like to see either Nwaneri get those minutes. Could those potentially be Nwaneri's minutes? Who knows? Could those be Myers Lewis Skelly's minutes? Who knows? But I'd also like to see at least some form of quality come into the squad and bolster the squad going forward. Yes, Nwaneri and them are good, but I just think they probably need to be worked into the squad a little bit slower. But hey, who am I to say? Who am I to say? If those guys are ready and if those opportunities are opening for these youngsters and they're ready to take it, hey, all power to them. I hope they can take it. But I think we do need an attacker though. Whether that be a striker or a winger, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think and let me know who it should be. But I think we need an attacker. And finally, the fifth and final thing we learned from last night's game is Emile Smith Rowe is officially gone. Now, it's come out right before the game last night that Emile Smith Rowe is really, really closing in on a deal to go to Fulham for around about £35 million, which would tie Arsenal's record sale, tying Balogun. Now, Smith Rowe for me is a player that I know a lot of fans like. A lot of fans, including myself, love Smith Rowe. And I said it in last summer's video I did about Smith Rowe, the curious case of Emile Smith Rowe. I said it. If he doesn't find himself fit or find himself getting good minutes in this team, I could see him moving away, because he's at a crucial point of his career where he has the talent and he has the ability, but injuries and inconsistency in his performances and in the running with the team has caused him to not be in favor, honestly. And I think everyone around the club, especially the fans, love Emile Smith Rowe, but this quality of the squad has gone up an extra level. Is Smith Rowe that level? Can Smith Rowe raise his level to go with the team? I feel like Emile Smith Rowe and Mikel Arteta has said it's best for him that if he wants to raise that level, he's going to have to find first team minutes elsewhere, because it's going to be hard for him breaking in the team with Rice, with Odegaard, with Partey, with whoever midfield we bring in. And then on the left hand side, you look at Martinelli, you look at Trossard, you look at probably another winger we potentially might bring in, and look at the right hand side, Fabio Vieira, Saka. Is he better than any of those names? Potentially on his day he was before, or he was up to that standard, but like I said, he hasn't been playing enough football, too many injuries, and I think it's the best move for him to get away. Fulham, though, is a good move for him. Staying in London, doesn't really have to move too far. Still acclimatized to the league. You know what I mean? He just has to find his footing and play first team football somewhere. But I think Smith Rowe will find his way, and I think a move away for him does both parties very, very well. And I think Fulham are getting a very, very good player, a very good technical player, and on his day, if they could keep him fit, He'll be a very key asset for them as they look to play good football and progress throughout the leagues like we've seen Fulham doing over the last couple of years. But you guys let me know in the comment section below how you think about Emile Smith Rowe and your feelings toward this deal. I'm a little bit gutted, but at the same time, I'm a realist. And I understand that Emile Smith Rowe needed this move for himself and for Arsenal Football Club. It wasn't going to work out long term. It wasn't. And I think last season was really the crucial part of the season where he knew in himself that his Arsenal career is probably coming to an end. But you guys in the comment section, let me know down below what you think of Emile Smith Rowe. What do you think about this transfer to Fulham? I think it's good business. A player that hasn't been playing much football in the last couple of years. You get £35 million for him. We can use that money to straight reinvest into Mikel Moreno or an attacker that I think we're going to need, like I mentioned previously. So, like I said, you guys let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, I have Arsenal content here coming soon on the channel every single day. I have US United States men's national team content. I have player content, player reviews, player comparisons, fan interviews, all of it here on the Big Steph channel. So if you like it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join the family as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.